Welcome to Joe's Astrology. This is the astrology for Laufey. I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly, but she's a singer and she has over 1 million subscribers on YouTube. It seems to be she is active on YouTube. And we see here that we don't have and I don't have the birth time for her. This is just the sun and moon and aspects. So this Leo rising is not correct. She's born in 99, so she comes from that generation with that Uranus in Aquarius and the South Node in Aquarius, which these people, I have met several people born in 99, and I am very fond of people born around this time period. A lot of things that was created around this time period is something that I can appreciate personally. And she has this South Node, Uranus, and the North Node and Moon in Leo. And I noticed, so she's basic astrology, she's a Sun in Taurus, Moon in Leo. And I noticed on one of her shorts something about doing concerts in her hometown as the best revenge. And we see down here she has this Scorpio-Taurus axis emphasized with Mars in Scorpio retrograde, which it rules. Mars rules Scorpio, and Saturn in Taurus, and the Sun in Taurus. And I'm thinking with this, we see this Aquarius Leo emphasis, and the moon is on the North Node. So there's a very much indication that this is a fruition in life, and this is something that she's been working on. And with that Aquarius and that short that I mentioned, I wonder if she has this feeling or has experience of being different. We think of Aquarius, Uranus, the South Node, coming from a place where she's being different and not really appreciated for her creativity and her genius, Uranus being genius, because I see that her music she's kind of incorporating classical music into maybe you could call it pop or today, or bringing classical music forward into today. And I would think that could be possibly why she wasn't appreciated in her hometown, if that's true, or early on. And there you would see that indication of being different, ostracized, with Aquarius, not as much as the Leo, where you see now, as she's gotten older, you see that she's very much moved into Leo and became very popular for what she's done. And the moon there at the North Node now even being probably a surrogate mother in many senses to many women in the world. And she also is a world traveler. She's born in Iceland, and I think I saw that she's traveled to different places and lived different places. She lived in Washington, D.C. So we see Jupiter there at 16 degrees, making a trine to that North Node, indicating an easy flow when it comes to travel and even philosophy. And I'm sure with her music, she's interested in learning and philosophy and comparative world religions and things of that nature. We see Venus as well, making a sextile to the moon and to that North Node in Gemini, more indication of that travel, lots of short distance travel, probably within Europe, and then the long distance travel to the United States. And we see that Jupiter-Venus is in a sextile as well. So we have these good benefic planets with benefic aspects to each other and to the North Node. So this moon in the North Node has really, we can see through the astrology, is indicating that it will flourish, and that her personality and what she's involved in will flourish, and she will have very much good fortune when it comes to that North Node. interesting saying that with all of the um, frustrating or frustrating aspects that I talked about with the South Node in Aquarius. And if you would see, you might see it with a person who has emphasis on the South Node in Aquarius being born during that time. It might be the complete opposite for them, where they never really get that revenge. Mars in Scorpio retrograde. You can see it's retrograde, showing that she's redoing this. Is not something new. That she's this idea of revenge or getting back at somebody or getting back at her haters, etc. It's not always the case. If you see an emphasis with some of these people, um, there'll probably be more trauma involved with them and more reason that they weren't able to break free from that South Node in Aquarius. She's also, being a musician, she has Neptune near that South Node. She has Neptune making a square to Mars and making a square to Saturn, a square to the Sun, and a sextile to Mercury. Her being musical in her own space, in her private life, with no regards to making money or fame. We see that with the Neptune sextile to Mercury, the more favorable aspect, and then we see the square to Mars, that idea of getting revenge, and the square to the Sun and Saturn in Taurus. So the square to the money signs of Scorpio and Taurus is more of that tension, more of that struggle. And the sextile to that Mercury and Aries is more of that easy flow, opportunistic aspect, where she's, regardless of what she does with popularity and money, she's always going to be a great musician. And the people in her personal life would, of course, always see her as being a great musician. She also has a trine between Neptune and Venus is the lower octave of Neptune. We think of Venus in Pisces, a very classically beautiful person. Person like this that would make music, would make beautiful classical music. Being involved with that, having Neptune and Venus being in that trine aspect with each other. She's got a Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. I just did a video on Jupiter-Uranus literally yesterday. Made an exact conjunction in the sky, and she has an exact sextile to Jupiter-Uranus. If you're watching this, I know in my life I've seen this, that if you do have Jupiter-Uranus contacts in your chart, you will come across many people who have Jupiter-Uranus contacts in their chart, and you will also very much enjoy these people. But we see a sextile there. Her parents, I believe one of her parents was from Iceland, the other one was from China, or was Chinese. And you can also see that emphasis on with the Jupiter-Uranus aspect and the South Node with Uranus in Aquarius. Oftentimes when you see these aspects in the chart, you see mixed races, mixed nationalities, etc. And I'm going to leave it there for now. If you see anything yourself, if you have any comments, feel free to leave comments down below. And check out my other hundreds of videos on astrological birth chart analysis of famous people and famous YouTubers. And I hope you have a great day.